Hey, this is Eric. I'm back at the property at Bell, Florida for Phoenix Festivals. And as you can see, the water level has come down quite a bit. Up over that direction, I'm going to try to move this without jumbling the camera too much. That's where the entrance of the property would be. You can see the gates in the background there. And the water has actually come quite a ways down. As you can, this is the fire pit area in the background there. And if you remember, we talked about our picnic table floating away. Well, underneath those trees back there, you can kind of see, and that's where the picnic table was, up underneath those trees. Now, it floated away on us a little bit, and I found it up over in these weeds. I've loaded it up on my truck. It was actually bound up around all this debris here. But here's our picnic table. A little worse for the wear. It's in a little bit of rough shape. Well, actually, it's not in rough shape. It's still very sturdy. It's just dirty, so she's gonna need to be cleaned up. She's been floating out in that lake of water for quite some time. She's gonna need to be cleaned up, but again, she's quite sturdy. I gotta load it up. We're gonna put her up by that other picnic table. But we're gonna take a look around this property and see what the rest of it looks like. But this should be pretty easy to clean up for March. I figured it'd be easier to drive around just a little bit, and I'm hoping that the truck noise isn't too much as we're going, that you can hear me pretty well. But I'm just gonna make a quick little loop here. This is all that water, that's the roadway, that's the edge of the road, property where the road is back there. And you can see this back gate area there. That's where we wanted to have the main entrance. You can't really see it from here, but there is a gate back there, I promise you. And that's where we're gonna have the main entrance come in. But again, with all that water, we weren't gonna be able to do that. So we're gonna loop around and check out the rest of the property, go by the fire circle. This is the RV camping area that we talked about. And there is a lot of debris on the ground that'll have to be picked up, but that should be pretty easy to take care of. There is some overgrowth as we look around. Where the water was, everything pretty much drowned and died down. And it doesn't look too bad. That's going to be nice and easy to clean up. That's the community center area there. Let's drive up closer to that so you can see it. We did lose a couple of trees during this flood, but nothing major. We'll see those here in just a moment. But here is our community center area. Our bell is still hanging from that tree back there. You can see it there. And camping area in the background where we stayed in the past while we were working on this. It's the power pole back there. So that's all good. So it really doesn't seem like there's been much damage at all from the flood. It was just more of an inconvenience, and if anything, it might have helped us out with some of this overgrowth. Here's the entrance, and as you can see, it is a bit overgrown, but nothing that can't be taken care of fairly easily. We're gonna drive by the camping area here, and then we'll go down by the fire circle. Here's where we've camped before. Power pole again, picnic table, and I'm gonna drop the picnic table here before I continue on. So that way it doesn't float away again in case we get another flood. Okay, the picnic table has been placed up on the hill next to the other one. So that should be good to go. Don't have to worry about that anymore. We still have this debris that we can burn up next time we come up here for a work weekend. And wanted to show this. This is for Karen. She is our soda apple eradication czar. And she needs to know that we have more of these coming in. There's not nearly as many as there was when we first arrived here, but they are starting to come back a little bit, so we're gonna have to take care of those. So Karen, we got some work to do. Okay, here's our ritual circle area. We have a nice pile of wood there that we're gonna have a nice bonfire already. It's still drying up some. It's pretty wet underneath it, but at least we'll be able to have a nice fire when we come out next time. And as you can see, our fire ring is still here for the ritual circle. it's nice that it's marked out like that. Can't say I particularly enjoy the cinder blocks. I thought it would be a good idea, but we can do something else. At least it's a good marking for it. I thought all this was sand that was deposited on the ground, but it's actually debris and seeds, and I'm not exactly sure what else it is, but it's certainly not sand. Again, easily mitigated. Rake it up, clean it up, bring a lawnmower over it. It'll probably fix it up quite nicely. There's our palm tree, and if you remember, that's about where we were going to put the stage back there too, but with this flooding, not sure that's such a good idea anymore. Let's go look at the lake. I'm up on the top hill across the property now, and this isn't the actual lake next to their house, but that is that lower area. It used to be a little stream that flowed through there, but you can see that's a nice little pond there now. It continues around in that back area in the background where you see those mounds. That's actually what we're talking about, putting the sweat lodge back there. So that's looking pretty as well. And then we have that downed tree that's been there for quite some time that's gonna slowly be, taken away, burned up as we go along, festival to festival. And here's the lake with Aaron Carey's house in the background there. It's really pretty. Nice water in it. Water looks nice. Again, all that flooding killed a lot of these plants. I'm sure they're gonna grow right back, and so you can already start seeing the green come up again. And we did lose this little tree here. That's unfortunate, but we'll have to clean that up, take that down, make it nice. And but once we do, it actually put pretty good access up to that mound. That's some good camping area back there. And now we're gonna go take a look at the showers and make sure they're still doing well. Before we get to the showers, I talked about the soda apple a moment ago, and I kind of wanted to point out again that we do still have some work to do with these. This is that area underneath the trees here. It's a real pretty area, great for camping, but there's a lot of soda apple under here, and it doesn't take much to get them out of the ground, especially when they're new like this, so we'll take care of that. That's where we're heading now. Well, our showers are looking pretty good. I don't see any major issues or concerns thus far. It's a nice platform, a lot of debris up here as expected. All these pig nut hickory nuts coming down. But all in all, the showers themselves look like they're in pretty good shape. They just might need to be cleaned up a little bit. Look at this natural shower area. All this growth will have to be taken out. Ooh, here's a nice one. Oh, we even get some honeybees down here. I don't know if you can see her floating around on the flowers. That's always nice to see. But yeah, the showers look like they're in pretty good shape. Again, no major concerns. I still got the water turned off. I'm not going to bother turning that on today. We'll worry about that another time. But everything looks like it's in pretty good shape. I did have a leak from last winter when it froze, and I got everything off now, and everything will have to drain. But matter of fact, I'll probably drain these now because we're supposed to get a frost here pretty soon, and I'd rather it not pose an issue. Sorry about that. Look at the wall while I was turning that valve. But I'm going to drain these showers out, make sure we don't freeze. We have our nice hooks up here now for your towels, and we'll continue on, and I'll show you another tree that we lost. But it is such a pretty area. It's kind of funny, we got a lot of water, obviously. The drain was plugged in this particular sink. As you can see, they're pretty deep sinks. And over the amount of that rain that we had that caused all that flooding, you can see it actually completely filled up one of these sinks. So that's kind of interesting. Thought that was funny, wanted to share. But our sink is in good shape, and as some of you may know, this sink gets really hot in the sun, and I have a way of covering it up. So I have a thought to keep us from getting ourselves burned when we're trying to wash dishes while we're here. So you'll see that come March. This back area looks nice, and I got the water draining from the showers now, so I don't have another leak in case it freezes. Little drain valve open there. But here you can see we did lose another tree. You can see it in the background there. few branches down as well, easy to clean up. I'll come back here, but that's where we lost our additional tree. Pretty tree, but that we're probably not going to do too much cleaning on because it's in the water there, and just kind of let it dry up where it sits. But the property itself is looking pretty good. I checked out the trailer, everything's good with the trailer, and we should be good to go, like I said, for March. Once again, this is Eric. I'm here in Bell, kind of checking out the property. Wanted to give you a peek at what's going on, and I do look forward to getting back out here because it is a pretty area. I don't hear anything but the crows, a little bit of wind, maybe a car in the far background, and tractors on the farmland. So it's so quiet and so peaceful, and I sometimes forget just how pretty it is out here. All right, well, I'm hoping to see a lot of you in March, and I'll look forward to our next festival. Hope you all have a great day.